Is anything private anymore? I got really aggravated the other day. I go into a bank to open a checking account, and I mean, and keep in mind, I'm not opening some like massive checking account. It's like a normal person, normal working man's type of checking account. You know, they walk in with hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I was faced with questions that I thought were very invasive. Um, I remember when I was a kid, you didn't ask your parents or your friends' parents what kind of money they made. Finances were private. Anything financial was private. It wasn't everybody's business. And I go into this bank and I got these people asking me, do I know any politicians? Do I know any political proposers? I didn't even know what a political proposer was. Well, it's a person that influences politicians. Say somebody that isn't a politician. Say somebody like Elon Musk. That's a political proposer. Well, I did not know that. So I asked, I said, what the hell's a political proposer? You're asking me if I know any, and I don't even know what one of them is. And, she gave me the Elon Musk scenario. And, well, later on when I got home, I Googled it up and looked up the meaning of political proposers. And that was relatively close, of which I know none. Then there was the question of what's going to be your regular money in and money out per month, and ACH deposit and withdraw a month, and all the various types of. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm retired. I might put a lot in one month and take a lot out, hardly anything out, and it might be the opposite the next. I don't know what I'm going to do. I like to trade vehicles now and then, and then I don't know what one's going to cost compared to the next. I typically, try to buy stuff pretty cheap, and if I can make a little bit on it after I fix something on it, I make a little bit, but I don't dabble in high end vehicles. And then I got to thinking, well, I'm getting ready to sell a kind of a high end vehicle that I bought new, and it's going to bring a lot of money, and it's going to totally blow away what I thought were the parameters of the money I'm going to take in and out. And I asked them, I ended up calling them the next day and asked them, hey, well, what are you going to do if this, big old glob gets deposited in there? Am I going to be under scrutiny? And they, well, if it, we'll see where it comes from. And I mean, the whole thing's just ridiculous. And I guess some of it's for money laundering purposes. But the main reason, and this comes straight out of the bank's mouth, or the person at the bank, is it's an election year. So they want to know if they're investigating and keeping track of anybody that could be supporting illegal political stuff, money and all that. And I'm like, I don't even vote. And I know that sounds bad, but who are you voting for? I mean, what are you going to vote for? In the last 50 years, and I told them this, I said, in the last 50 years, did it matter who got voted in? Has anybody changed anything? Has anything gotten better? In the last 50 years, things have gotten nothing but worse. Nothing's gotten better. So why vote? I mean, okay, you really think you're going to vote one person in and it's going to change the corruption? I know everybody thought Trump was going to do it. All the Congress, all the people in government are just as crooked as they ever were. He's not going to do anything to them. It's a big show with this Epstein stuff, which is ridiculous. Why are we talking about Epstein? Let's talk about how they're getting their money. How are people that make 180 whatever $1,000 a year multimillionaires 10 times over? How is that? And you're not going to change. There's only one way to change this: is term limits stop this constant two-party thing, which they got us on, a two-party thing, when basically it's a uni-party in there, and I think I've said that before 100 times, but what I'm getting at is, why vote? Your vote's not going to change anything, and if they even thought your vote was going to change anything, your vote wouldn't count. This crap is going on 50 years. Not one administration has ever changed it to the better. They've all changed it to the worse. I say 50 years. Go back to the 70s. Look at the inflation that hit in the 70s. And from that point on, the corruption between the banks and the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies, and how health insurance has gone from being something that required no copays to something that basically you're shelling out between $3,000 and $10,000 a year if you're getting anything done before they cover you. I mean, everything has been put in place to protect insurance companies, banks, pharmaceutical companies. What has been done to protect the people? What has been done to protect the people from the inflation we have suffered and the excessive taxes that just keep going up, and new taxes appear? What has been done for that? So nothing. And it's just progressively gotten worse. And you want me to vote? I mean, who are you going to vote for? There's nobody to vote for. The only thing you could vote for is term limits, and this is where I say the country's got to unite and go against this crap and vote in term limits, and we got to stop the corruption. I know it. It sounds impossible, and it is. As long as everybody is, oh, I love Biden or I love Trump. As long as everybody's like that and doesn't realize they're all the same, then yeah, down the drain we go. In any case, I got off track. I was just wanted to make this video about how invaded I felt opening a checking account, and all because it's a voting year. I'm like, I even asked the lady at the bank. I said, if Hillary Clinton comes in and opens a checking account, are you gonna ask her these questions? And I don't know why I said Hillary Clinton. I don't want to get started on anybody knowing which way I go. I mean, if it's red or blue, which, like I said, it might as well be purple because it's all one color. Isn't that what red and blue makes? Purple. Anyway, the fact of the matter is we lose. The people in this country lose, but yet we're the ones scrutinized when the politicians should be being scrutinized. Yet they want to keep track of every move we make. What about the moves they make? No one's going to tell me and convince me that they are not corrupt. Yet nobody is investigating them. Seriously investigating them. So, but you want to check and make sure that I am not, a guy that I've never made $100,000 a year, but you want to see if I'm laundering money, I mean, and you want to see if I'm a political contributor and if I know any political proposers. And I pull up to the bank in a 2001 Chevy pickup truck. Oh yeah, watch out for me. Anyway, I think it's actually hilarious. I think it's hilarious. But on the other hand, I think it's sad. And I hope the people in this country could see it with me. I mean, it's sad. Anyway, I don't want to sound like a doomsdayer, because it isn't doomsday. We're all still breathing, living, and got roofs over our heads, and we're plenty healthy. But we need to look at what is going on. When they scrutinize us, we need to figure out how we can scrutinize them. Anybody's got any ideas? Comment. Anyway, I appreciate everybody listening, and like and subscribe. Thanks.